Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Report.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Ready?
They run again with Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Hines. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run with Hines. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3rd and goal, Winston. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Winston sneaking it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jameis Winston. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now a 2nd and 10. The man in motion left here, Johnson. They go play action now. Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We look at this Browns defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Jameis to throw it. That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play fake. Winston. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 33, here's second and a yard. To the right side, this is Corum. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Browns at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Browns 7, Ravens 3.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now it's Hines. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
This is Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Ready. Where do we go?
Up the middle. Here's Corum. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Ready. Wait.
Hines. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. In motion, Aguilar. A quick pass out to Aguilar. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Winston now. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
In motion right is Aguilar. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Jackson now. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 43 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Green, triple team.
Winston now from the 50. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
Ready? White. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here's Winston. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Open man, that's Tillman. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
Don't worry. Hands up. Hands up.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Powers through. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
To throw is Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 47 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. It's a gain of 35. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Hill to try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now Winston. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Winston. Over the middle. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They'll run here with Corum. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start the drive with Hill. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Second and 5. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Hill. Down to about the 37. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Jackson. They complete it to Hill. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. In motion, Aguilar. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Able to power through. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Let me go.
They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Hines.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Throwing, Winston. That's going to be caught by Judy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So the road a little tougher here. Now first and 20. Winston. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Judy, 51 yards. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready?
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ready?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Third down and 6.
Ready? Flip it, flip it, flip it. Let me go.
Here's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Hill shedding the tackle. Past midfield, look out. Justice Hill. And finally, he's out of bounds, but how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here's Jackson. Keeps himself upright.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And this going to wind up incomplete. So they took a chance on the fake spike. Doesn't work out. But at least here, the clock does stop with the incompletion.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
One last shot for Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Ka'imi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Baker. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as the quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That stop made by K.J. Britt. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Stroud now. Jump off caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Ka'imi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. It's 44 yards here from the charging down the middle, and they block it.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. This complete to Colt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Throwing deep for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to White. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Trey Palmer. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Stroud. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Stroud off the play fake. Collins there to grab it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Houston! So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Into the hands of Colt. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Baker out of the pistol. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It's into the hands of Wright. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And a man is there to knock that away. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And it's going to be 2nd down. To the air, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun now for Stroud. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Culp with a catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Escapes a defender. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. We set it down, score him at the 38. First down, here's Baker. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
They run the counter with White. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Buccaneers facing a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Baker now off the play fake. He connects downfield on 4. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down, and number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Baker now from the gun. Able to hit Palmer, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. The Texans going with a dive set here. We've got 6 DBs for 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 1st down, Stroud. He completes it in traffic. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. They bring Johnston in motion. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. He's got Pierce. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Out of the gun, White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's the option give to White. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Stroud. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
1st and 10 from the 41. Up the middle, here goes White. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, If you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's a toss to White. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Texans grab it. Damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds Stover. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Working quickly here. Pierce off the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Nathaniel Watson there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Right back it goes to Pierce. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Nathaniel Watson there for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Stroud off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get it.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. He makes the grab. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. So we're through. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. White trying this straight ahead. And he's bundled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. They get 3 on the run. Put a 1 in front of that now as it brings up 3rd and 13. Here's Baker. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he'll get it up to the 44. What a play on 3rd and 13. And this drive will indeed continue.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league. They love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Running this one left. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. He rolls to his right. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
A little bit of chaos, right? When the play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
He has the burst over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They put a receiver in motion right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. The key, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And it's the dime package on third down by the Texans. Extra DBs on the field. Looking to throw. It's into the hands of Wright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field.
They did it! He made the interception! Jerome Baker has it! And the Texans will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. This could decide things. It's intercepted! And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Texans 14.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans 14 points back. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders or offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's White again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.